Welcome to EpicTV Weekly. Hey, I've got a brand new pair of skis to give away. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait to the end of the show to find out how to get them. So stay tuned, or fast forward. It's camping season at the South Pole, and in this episode, we'll tell you a few of this season's suffermongers to keep an eye on. Speaking of Antarctica, what's left of the bruised and battered Vendee Globe round the world fleet is heading in that direction. But at the rate they're dropping out, we're wondering if any of them are gonna make it. Climbing literature is everybody's favorite genre, right? Right? Well, the prestigious Boardman Tasker Prize has just been awarded, and this year the prize goes to... Cody Townsend has some of the biggest cliff drops and one of the best mustaches in freeskiing. Except when he doesn't. Dean's Blue Hole is the deepest seawater blue hole in the world. And as we speak, it's where one of the world's biggest freediving events is going down. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, windiest, and highest continent on Earth, which is exactly why a handful of nutters pack up their swim trunks and head there for their summer vacations. Here's a guide to some of the more hardcore expeditions this year. Right, not sure how to pronounce this, but Vilborg Arna Gisuradottirone is hoping to become the first Icelandic woman to ski to the South Pole. She plans to ski the 1,130 kilometers, or 730 miles, from Hercules Inlet to the South Pole, solo and with no resupplies. At 22 years old, Qasim Rafiq wants to become the youngest Brit to reach the South Pole. He will be dragging 120 kilos of gear and food, that's 264 pounds, from Hercules Inlet to the pole with no outside help. And Eric Larson plans to pedal from Hercules Inlet to the South Pole because, you know, nobody's ever done that before. Cross-country snowboarders, we're looking at you next.
I don't know, it's just a powerful thing. It's you strapped down to this piece of fiberglass and you're moving along a flat surface and you really feel connected to MN, Mother Nature, while you're doing that. And that's when you really feel alive.
To give you a bit of an idea of the fun and games that lie ahead for these campers, we'll leave you with the teaser for Crossing the Ice, a documentary about a South Pole return ski, which took 3 awards at this year's Banff Film Festival, including the Grand Prize, the People's Choice Award, and the Best Film on Exploration and Adventure.
And now the opportunity's come up for Justin and I to have our own adventure in 2011 down in Antarctica, and we can't wait. We want to be the first people to ever walk from the edge of the Antarctic ice cap to the South Pole and back, completely unsupported. With all our own gear, all our own provisions, it's going to be a hell of a journey.
Freak winds, equipment failure, and rogue fishing trawlers are taking their toll on the Vendee Globe sailors as they move through the doldrums and past the equator. At 27 years old, Parisian businessman Louis Burton is the youngest skipper in this year's race. In his first transatlantic race in 2010, he was injured when his boat was hit by a trawler, but he persevered, and in 2011 he did well enough in the Transat Jacques Vabre and the Transat B2B to qualify for the Vendee Globe. Jules caught up with him before the start of the race, where he was kind enough to show us around his boat. And he did it in English. Kinda.
I'm here to do the Vendee Globe, not to win. I just have to be me. C'est ça? Yes? I just have to be me, and for Bureau Valley it's okay. Bureau Valley said me, okay, if you are ready to go around the world, we are agreed to go with you. It's like that. In French it's un conte de fées.
Fairy tale.
A fairy tale, yeah. Just here is the kitchen with a but à gaz and kettle. And just here it's for water, seawater, and good water. And just here it's in French it's a garde-manger. Yeah, keep my food. Here it's a chart table, and I spend a lot of time on chart table. Here it's Nemo, a little fish, and it's my lucky charm. And to sleep, I have a fat boy. In French it's a pouf, and I can put the fat boy here or here.
Sadly, Louis had to drop out after being crashed into by a fishing trawler in the middle of the night. But we're sure he'll be back for the next Vendee Globe. Freeskier Cody Townsend is famous for his fast lines, huge cliff drops, and his all-time tache. Since it's Movember and everything, we thought we'd give him a call. Cody Townsend, welcome to EpicTV.
Thanks for having me.
Right on. So how does a kid from Santa Cruz become a pro skier?
Just be weekend warrior. My parents had a little cabin. It's like a Forest Service cabin, really small. You had to hike to it, but they loved skiing, and they would just come up on the weekends. And I really fell in love with skiing from a young age, and just wanted to be up in the mountains as much as possible. And I think partly by only skiing on the weekends, it really drove my passion that much harder. I had to really get in my skiing when I had the chance. So all of a sudden when I was able to move up here, I just skied, 9 to 4 every single day, and just nothing would stop me. So I don't know, I think it's just because you end up loving it. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in the mountains and grow up skiing every day. It's just the passion helps a lot more.
How many times a day do you touch your mustache?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably, well, it depends on the day. If it's a really good deep pow day, then it's every couple of minutes trying to get all the ice out. But otherwise, I don't know. I think people get grossed out, especially my wife gets grossed out if I sit there and do this a bunch or fiddle with it. She tells me to stop. Well,
in fact, the average man touches his mow 760 times per day.
Oh my God. I'm probably, I guess I'd probably be there. Yeah, probably help the average out.
You're there at the average, or not a little?
Yeah, I would say at least the average. That's impressive though. I didn't think about that many times.
Okay.
Probably like 300 or 400 in my sleep.
How many pints of beer do you reckon get caught in your mustache every month? On any given month?
Oh, I don't know, but it's awesome. It's a good flavor saver.
Vertical Blue is one of the world's largest freediving competitions, with 56 athletes from 21 countries, all competing to become the world's deepest man and woman. Record-breaking freediver William Trubridge points out that the deepest dives will last in excess of 4 minutes. But it's not 4 minutes of holding your breath in your bathtub, it's 4 minutes of propelling yourself through the water column while combating pressures that will crush a soccer ball to the size of a tennis ball, and which exerts mind-numbing narcosis. This past week, Ashley Futtrell Chapman achieved the seemingly impossible by diving to 67 meters, 223 feet, in what some people call the purest form of freediving, constant no fins. Her dive lasted 3 minutes and 15 seconds. A few months ago, we interviewed record holder William Trubridge to find out what it takes to get really, really deep. Tell us about more about the protocol.
Yeah, you've got 15 seconds for the service protocol from the moment that you break the service, and you have to take off any facial equipment like goggles, nose clip, mask. You have to make the OK sign and say I am OK to the judges within 15 seconds. And normally it's not a problem. Sometimes when you're kind of close to the limit, then you can mix up the water or miss something out. But it's kind of there for that purpose, to distinguish between those who are completely lucid and conscious and those who maybe have gone a little bit too far.
And how long can you hold your breath?
If I'm just in static apnea, where we're just floating on the surface of the pool, I can last 8 minutes.
I just want to say everybody should stop right now, put your player on pause, and see how long you can hold your breath for. To see the full interview, go to daily.epictv.com and search for freediving. After winning the Boardman Tasker Prize in 2008, Andy Kirkpatrick established himself not only as a solid climber, but also as a brilliant storyteller. Andy, welcome to EpicTV Weekly.
Good afternoon.
Hey man, congratulations. You've won your second Boardman Tasker Prize, this time for your new book, Cold Wars.
People keep sending me emails saying well done, and it's kind of hard to believe I actually won it, really. It was a tough year.
I haven't had the chance to read the book yet. Can you tell us quickly what it's all about?
Yeah, well, the first book, Cycle Vertical, was answering this question, why do you climb? It kind of did it by sort of looking at one climb, like solving the Wrexham Wall, and then looking at everything that led up to that climb. So when you get to the end, you understand why this person climbed. So the answer only really applies to me, the answer why I climb. And the second book is almost like, there's the first book, like the ascent of a man. The second book is kind of the descent of man. So it begins on the repeating the fire route on the Drew, and then kind of every climb, it's just, life becomes like much more complicated as my two kids are getting older and all sorts of stresses and strains in your life, really. So it's almost like the first book, Cycle Vertical. Lots of people emailed me and said, I've read this book and I've had like a mental breakdown, or I've had like a midlife crisis and I'm wasting my life and blah, blah. And I didn't want people to feel like, so the second one, like an antidote. So if you want to know what the cost is of living like these climates who do these kind of things really amazing, well, this is kind of the reality. You
join a long line of wildly talented British mountaineering authors. Can you tell me briefly what you feel like you add to that genre?
I guess like honesty. Maybe it's like a modern thing where people have to be totally open about themselves, but I tried to be, I wanted to cut through a lot of the kind of romantic crap you get written about mountaineering by people that don't know anything about it. So there's no like lovely sunsets and great views and all that kind of stuff. Like I always find it's, you know, maybe it's just me really. I find that when you're on like the north face of the Grand Duras or something in the wintertime, there's not much beauty up there. You know, there's having a warm sleeping bag or warm feet. You know, that's pretty beautiful. So Andy, in addition to be a talented author, I've also heard you're an inspiring motivational speaker.
I was 40 this year, and I was kind of sitting at home, wondering what to do for my 40th birthday, and what to do in the following year. I thought I'd go to Yosemite in California, beautiful sun, you know, bronzed men and women, like, hi there, dude, all this kind of stuff, and people slacklining. And I thought, no, you can't go for the easy option. What would William Shatner do? Someone said I'm a demotivational speaker because it makes people not want to go climbing. So, I haven't got any tours planned at the moment, but you never know what, you know.
Right then, that's our show for this week. But it seems like I might have forgotten something. Skis! All right, we've got a killer new pair of Whitedot Director skis to give away. All you have to do to win these bad boys is go to EpicTV.com and sign up. Then watch TGR's Light the Wick and send the name of the song from the Jackson Hole segment in a private message to our Facebook page. We'll throw the names of every EpicTV.com member who gets the correct answer into a hat, and on Friday, November 30th, we'll draw the winner. Good luck, and remember, charge hard and take chances.